Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the rideshare panel. Today, I've now been delivering with DoorDash for over 3 months, and I'm gonna look back at the time that I spent delivering and kind of give my review of the service. So for those of you that don't know, I actually started delivering with DoorDash just so that I could kind of give some reviews and create some content for rideshare drivers. But I found myself actually having a really good time making deliveries, kind of getting out of the house and helping people out, delivering their hot food to them. It's definitely had its ups and downs, so I'm going to go into some reasons why I really like delivering with DoorDash, and then some reasons why you might want to potentially stay away from it or choose another delivery app. So you can kind of go through all of these and then form your own opinion. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to the video, and if you do want to sign up for DoorDash, I will leave a link for that down below, so you can go ahead and use my link and potentially get a referral bonus when you sign up. All right, let's get into it. I can honestly say that DoorDash has been a really cool part-time gig for me. I usually sign on during the evenings in Seattle, kind of after I've been doing some other work, and I make sure to bring this red bag, the insulated heat bag that they sent me, and then my DoorDash card in case I need a red card for orders. And I like to sign on during that period because there's definitely a lot of orders in the Seattle area at dinner time, and I haven't had much luck during other times of the day. So I don't really want to sign on and sit around. I only kind of want to be doing this if I'm going to be getting a few orders. And I also get consistent surge pricing around dinner in Seattle, which is nice to be making a few extra bucks per order. Now, orders start out at around $6.50 per delivery in this area, and then surge pricing adds to that, assuming that I'm making 80% of my deliveries and accepting most of those orders. Delivering with DoorDash required almost no real training. As long as you've driven a car before and you know how to pick up orders at a restaurant, you're pretty much good to go. I do have some other videos about tips and tricks to earning more while you deliver for DoorDash, so if you're interested in that, make sure to check them out. The main benefits of being a Dasher would definitely be the flexibility of the job, the fact that I get to be my own boss and kind of make my own hours, and getting out of the house, driving around and hitting up restaurants is definitely a lot of fun. It's something that I like doing. So there's a lot to kind of draw me into being a DoorDash delivery driver. I enjoy what I'm doing and I make decent money, and it's definitely easy, fast money. One of my favorite parts about the job are chatting it up with the hostesses or even the host at the restaurant when I'm waiting for food. Oftentimes these people are really cool and they like to spark up a nice conversation. So let's take a look at my earnings for one of the days that I was delivering for DoorDash, and I delivered almost the full day. I did this on New Year's Day, so there was surge pricing throughout almost the entire day, given that it was a holiday. This isn't normal, and I would definitely say that the pay is above what I would expect for a normal day. But during that whole time driving, I made $120, and I'm also going to pull up my QuickBooks self-employed mileage tracker, because if you look at the mileage, I drove about 55 miles during that time. I drove for less than 5 hours that day, so my hourly wages come out to be a little bit over $20 an hour, which is pretty good. But the mileage of 55 miles is kind of a lot of miles, and the gas money for that definitely adds up. There's other wear and tear on my vehicle that I know in the long run I'm going to have to pay for. And so if you apply the standard mileage rate of about 55 cents per mile, that's going to come out to be, close to a little bit over a $25 deduction for the miles driven just during that single 5-hour period. To pad my earnings with DoorDash, I've also referred a few friends here in Seattle. And I just recently got paid out for one of these drivers completing 150 rides. This paid me $1,500, which is pretty good if you ask me. One of the things that I'm not a huge fan of when I'm delivering for DoorDash is the lack of tips from customers. In over 100 deliveries, I've only been tipped a matter of 2 or 3 times. So recently some news came out that DoorDash was stealing tips from drivers. And essentially what happens is DoorDash will take customer tips and they'll use that to pay out your base wages instead of giving you those tips transparently. There's actually been a class action lawsuit filed against DoorDash for this. So there is some potential that DoorDash drivers will get paid out a little bit of money, but it's not really likely to be that much, and it'd be much cooler if they just changed their tipping policy and made it transparent, kind of like Instacart has recently done. In spite of these issues with tips, a lot of drivers still choose to deliver for DoorDash, and that's because they own a large percentage of the market. This means that there's more work for Dashers than there are on a lot of other platforms. So if you want to be a delivery driver, DoorDash is still one of the better options. One of my other beefs with DoorDash is that their customer service just really isn't that good. It can take a long time to reach somebody, and a lot of their customer service has been outsourced to other countries, to individuals that aren't necessarily trained very well to handle customer service issues. So if you have a problem, you might not be able to get your help through their support center. Personally, I once tried emailing DoorDash, and it took them about a month to give me a response, which was kind of like a cookie cutter response that didn't really answer my question. All things considered, DoorDash is still a pretty good option for delivery drivers. If delivering food is something that you want to do, maybe as a part-time side hustle, DoorDash might not be a bad option. Just remember that you're going to get some wear and tear on your car, and you're going to put a lot of mileage on it. Expenses will add up, and you're going to have to pay for taxes at the end of the year. So make sure to set some money aside for that. Now, the first year that you work as an independent contractor, you don't have to pay quarterly taxes. But the next year, after that, you do have to start paying quarterly taxes. So be prepared to get those done. If you found this video useful, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought, because I love to hear from you guys. Also, make sure to hit that like button so that you can show me some love.